Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us for our forecast for the rest of this working week, the weekend, and also for Fieldays, which is on at Mystery Creek from this Wednesday. Kicking off with the animated wind map, and it's a warmer Monday after that very windy Saturday with the gales across parts of New Zealand. Now we've got calm weather, thanks to high pressure mostly in the north, spreading down over the country. A light westerly, which is warm, coming out of Australia for this time of the year. It's warm. And we've got a fair bit of cloud bringing in a couple of drizzle spells around Auckland and a couple of other western coastal areas. And in fact, the cloud this morning made for some spectacular sunrises. That was all due to this big area of cloud moving in. This is the visibility map showing just how cloudy it is around the country. This is the fog map showing that cloud, while it's covering a lot of the country, it's actually only foggy up in the mountains. But around the North Island and some of these eastern areas, the slightly clearer skies out to the east over here, see how it's thick white on the western side, but a little more broken up on this side, that allowed the sun to come in, and that's why you had such a spectacular sunrise in a number of places for Monday morning. Now the temperatures are up because of that westerly flow. Most of New Zealand is warmer than average, not by a great deal, but by 1, 2, 3 degrees, some of you 4 degrees above normal. But check out tomorrow, look at Tuesday, warmer than average, even more so across most of the country, and some places in red are getting up to 4 to 8 degrees above average for this time of the year. We're getting a lack of frosts, a lack of southerlies, and this year seems to be proving to be yet another warmer than average one for winter. But of course, it's only just starting, but we've got no real major blast coming up between now and the shortest day of the year, which is about 12 days away. So this is the setup for Tuesday. You can see why it is warm. We've got this westerly flow, and therefore rain comes into the west coast, dry elsewhere, and warm as we saw in those eastern areas because of the nor'westers. Now before I get to do Waikato, well, we'll go to Wednesday now, but before I give you the detailed Fieldays forecast, I need some help from you guys who are going there. A little favour to ask. If you see the NIWA forecast team, you'll find that government agency, they'll be in the pavilion with a nice big site there. Please go up and ask them where the Weather Watch weather quote is. We've been waiting for over a year, and you can please tell them the Commerce Commission is now watching because of their delays. Okay, let's have a look now at that forecast for Fieldays, and the weather is looking a little bit up and down, but generally speaking, pretty good. We've got a few showers coming in though on Wednesday as a result of this brief little southerly change moving up the South Island. There'll be a little bit of snow on the mountains, nothing major. Up here though around Fieldays, dry to start with, but we'll get a few showers coming through, a little bit of that patchy kind of rain. Should be fairly light, and the good news is it blows away the chances of fog. By Thursday, again, no chances of fog, or very low chance, because there should be a nice breeze coming through there. It should be nice and sunny. So that's what I mean, a little bit up and down. Wednesday's a little bit 50-50 with some afternoon drizzly stuff coming through. Thursday improves. Thursday improves, in fact, across a number of areas and starts to warm up a little bit in the south. And by Friday, high pressure is pushing back in around Waikato. There might be a bit of cloud though, and potentially some fog on Friday with lighter winds. A bit of rain returns to the west coast, but as you can see by the isobars, it's not very windy across the country. The winds are fairly light. And our final map for Saturday, well, it shows an area of low pressure off to our east, but still a lot of high pressure out to our west. And that's why we don't think there's sort of any major southerly blasts coming in. There'll still be some cold mornings, and we'll still get some cold nights, all that sort of stuff in there. But just saying, there's no real major southerly in that map as we get in towards Saturday. And if you are at Mystery Creek, there might be a shower around on Saturday, but again, mostly dry. So Wednesday looks to be the wettest day there, and even then it doesn't look like an overly huge amount. We're talking about 4 or 5 millimeters maybe coming up over the next 72 hours for Waikato. That's all from me. We'll update you again on Tuesday with the very latest.